So we pick up our story in Genesis 29, where Jacob has obeyed his father and he has gone to Syria to hang out with his uncle Laban and to search for a wife. And he finds Rachel, who he immediately falls in love with, and finds out that it's Laban's daughter. And he, once they figure out how they are all related and all that stuff, Laban agrees to let him marry her. And so, in exchange for 7 years of his labor, he will earn the right then. But what happens is that Laban tricks Jacob, and he actually ends up marrying off the older daughter, Leah, who was not who Jacob was in love with. And so then Laban agrees, oh, we always have to marry off the older daughter first, then the younger daughter. If you work for me for another 7 years, then you will earn the right to marry her as well. So we see Jacob get tricked by Laban here, and I wanted to share this little story with you. I wanted to show you this first. I don't know how well it'll focus. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not so good with it. There we go. That is a sunflower seed. And if I plant that in the ground and water it and take care of it, it's going to grow up into a sunflower. And the Bible actually uses this analogy of reaping what you sow. If you sow a sunflower seed, a sunflower is what's going to pop up. And you can do a search. There's lots of analogies and lots of passages where it talks about reaping what you sow. And I wonder how often we stop and think about how we are planting, we are sowing every day. We're sowing with every single one of our actions, with all of our words, with our tone, with our expression on our faces. And so my question is, what are you sowing in your relationships? What are you sowing in your marriage? What words are you choosing to use or not use? What actions are you taking in your marriage? In raising your kids, you are planting seeds in your kids that you hope one day will blossom. What words are you using? How are you using those words? You're planting seeds even in your own head, that self-talk that we all do, those the words that we use in programming ourselves. What are you telling yourself? What are you planting up there? What actions are you taking? Because if you are planting weeds, weeds are what you're going to get. You can't expect to plant the seed of a weed, and get some fabulous plant that's going to bear fruit. It doesn't work that way. And so I think that, we can see consequences, both good and bad, to what you're planting. So stop. Take a minute. Think about what you're saying, how you're saying it, what you're doing, and just think about that. What kind of seed is that? And if it's not a good seed, not something you want to see grow up, stop. Change.